Ugh.
Say that shit.
Woof.
Wait, what? Cheers.
I'm fucking mature.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Amateur Intellectuals. If you're new here, this is a show where two friends, us, get together weekly and talk, learn, and laugh together. Join us anytime, bring a drink, and grab a friend. Caitlin, welcome back.
Welcome back. It's been 100 million years. Hi.
How are you, my love?
Oh my god, I'm so good. We're about to get a new administration.
Jesus.
I've been cleaning my house.
Come on.
And getting it all updated. Spending the holidays relaxing. I feel good. How are you?
Girl, I feel so... I was going to say good, and it's a lie from the pit of hell. I feel good, though. I feel good, though. You know, it's like the though.
Despite.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. You know, I think we even talked about it in wrapping up last season. Like, you know, it's silly to expect 2021 to just be like a blink, and it's better, and we're back. But...
Right.
Fuck.
And yet somehow we still want it to be that way.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
She's already shown us her evil side, and we just got to know her. So
She's so mean.
it's
I thought she was going to be the nice sister. She's not.
we deserve better, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe we deserve exactly this. It's hard sometimes to know. Yeah, we're going to get into that a little bit because today, the name of the episode, we're talking about hacks. And we're not talking like political hacks like me or like slappy white men hacks also like me.
No.
No. We're going to be talking about like cheat codes for everyday life where your mind is blown because you're like, why the fuck didn't I know that? And I'm not going to like read like 500 of them, and that will be just a boring episode. So I think
Speak for yourself. The endorphins I get every time I figure out a life hack is
A
like
real one.
it pays dividends. Okay?
Say that shit. Dividends, honey. So the question of the episode, to put you on the spot, we're going to get to the drink in a second.
Okay.
The question of the episode, I want to introduce it this way, and then we'll talk about the drink, and then you can have a minute to think about it. So,
Okay.
like, the best hack that you know. Bitch, you better not be beeping at me, ho. Hold on. That was my GoPro. Everybody, this is our first time visually recording. We're going to be launching a YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube. I don't think it's recording. I've got a backup just for this, but I'm going to take a look. We're going to peek behind the curtain. Why you do that? Okay.
Was she just talking to you? Was she just saying hi?
She let her little red button go down. Mode. 1080, 30L. That looks right. So we might just have a little splish splash right there. That might be some production where you go bang,
That's
bang.
fine. Who cares? When I did a zombie run one time, I had a GoPro and I never regretted it. Although I was constantly worried that it was not recording. Like, if I don't document this to show people that I have done this, there is no point in doing it.
You did a zombie run.
I did.
Good on you.
When I was in Nope, I was in California before Texas. No, it was stupid and really fun. I love random like collections of experiences like that. But anyway,
Yes.
Back to you asked me a question about hacks, life hacks.
Yes.
And what the best one is.
Yes. I'm going to get to the
Okay.
drink so that you have a second to think about it. Unless you're ready. Unless
Yeah.
you got it. Because
No,
I know
I
that's a
don't.
weird one. Yeah, that's a weird one.
I don't.
The drink is a hack in itself.
Ooh.
So this is what I hear all the kids are drinking these days. Which on that note, y'all really need to slow the fuck down because this is ridiculous. You have your whole life to be fucked up and hungover. This is just too much. But in the spirit of first times, I'll drink to that. And hacking our way into our stupor. This is a spiked White Claw. So
Ooh.
take the alcoholic seltzer of your choice. Is it seltzer?
Yeah.
Okay. Of your choice. and then just put a floater or two on top. And no regrets.
Wow, I thought it was already spiked.
It is.
But we're just getting a little more layered in our alcohol content.
Do you see that? You don't.
No, was it a ghost?
It was my cat.
Oh, it's always your cat. I think he really wants to be
A part?
in this. Yeah, he does.
Maybe.
So at some point, he needs to make a cameo.
Well, if he's gonna make all
A
that
cat meow. Kill me.
fucking racket,
Anyway.
he's behind my backdrop. But if he makes his way back around, his food's on this side. I'll grab him and you can take a look. See, he's not that special.
Okay. He's beautiful. So if he does come out, you can see the god, the Egyptian god cat that is his cat. Okay. So hacky. I do a lot of hacks, like, that are one-timers, like one-offs.
Okay.
So I'm not sure about something that I do repeatedly, but I'll give you one that I'm really proud of, that I really, really like a lot.
Love that.
So there are shower curtains on Society6. That's a website. It's a brand.
Yes.
And they're all, like, random and weird. I mean, not all of them, but you can find anything about anything. If you wanted to get a funny shower curtain for somebody and, like, it's a lumberjack fighting a bear, like, it's there. So I go to the abstract ones, although I have a crazy one too. I have 2 in my house. I bought those because for a shower curtain, they're really expensive. They're like $60-$70, which I'm like, I'm not doing that. I will never pay that for that. But I iron it out. I stretch it out over some really light foam board, like big, like mural sized.
Oh.
And then I have it looks like a canvas mural.
Oh.
And it cost me $70 plus like 65 or something plus, I don't know, $4 for the plyboard. Hi, Tiger. Sorry. Gender norms, sorry. Hi, Tiger. You are handsome. He might be beautiful, but his personality is not. But yeah, so I like to do that, and then I have these big murals in my house, and I get compliments on them, assuming people come in my house like after quarantine and before quarantine. But they're like, "Wow, that's so pretty. Where did you get that?" Or that's so weird because I have an abstract one, and then I have one that's an elephant wearing a tux with iPod things coming out of his pocket. Not iPod, Jesus. Headphones.
Yes.
And I like it. So that's
Super
my hack
cool.
is like making my own fucking art.
Yes. You showed me that when we were working together. You showed me that, and it's like ginormous. It's so cool. It's that's a perfect hack. That's like a DIY hack. Yes, love that.
And I'm not paying like $400 for something that size for art on my wall.
Hell, well, some people do, but I don't. I got $400 for, well, with this stimmy maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Hack for me. So like yesterday, I was out of Ziploc bags, and I was trying to thaw some chicken. Whereas in East Texas, you say de-thaw. You de-thaw chicken.
That sounds like you freeze it again.
That's exactly what that is. Irregardless. Yes. Fuck yes.
You knew where I was going with it. You do it.
Irregardlessly. What? Oh. I lost my train of thought. But chicken. Oh. I didn't have any Ziploc bags. So, and I think that this is going to be a big part of like moving in the bus. I was like, oh my God, I have that onion in its plastic bag from the grocery store. So I'm just going to take that and make it a multi-use thing, even though it's still just a bag to another bag. But would have probably not thought of that without some like, that's a bad hack. I don't know what to tell you. No.
That's good. That's a good one. It's just about anything that makes your life easier is what I think you're going to talk about. Is like anything that makes it more efficient, easier, happier. How can you cut, chutes and ladders, and how can you get straight to the point without all the like walking around to it? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's perfect. In fact, when we get to the definition he's about to. It's like, I swear to God, it's like you had all fucking day I just did like that Kamala thing where I like looked into the camera. You had all fucking day to shit, and you're gonna do it right now. In the 45 minutes to an hour and a half that I need just for some fucking peace, he's gonna do it right now. And he kicks.
That's the most cat thing I've ever heard.
That's okay. So far, so good.
Baby boy. I love him.
Try living with that. Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, we're gonna get into the definition of it, and you're right. It's about like efficiency, productivity, which is so American, for fuck's sake. But we're gonna back off of that for a second because I don't think that I can fill a whole episode with that. I did curate a list of what I think are like the echelon of hacks, but even so, I think it's gonna be about like 15 minutes. You know.
Okay.
So, on a pivot, I thought that we would be somewhere else. So my note says, while we're on hot takes, of which we are not near.
That's exactly it.
But while we're here. Right.
Oh my god.
We're just getting back into the groove. That's what it is.
That's right.
So, this is so dramatic. I wrote this. I think it's important to get this a little bit off my chest. I promise I won't soapbox this shit too long. But I have something to say. I already feel differently about this, but that's okay. Just in the time from writing it to now. So, if you're new to the show, we don't do this often, but whenever we do talk about politics or whatever, we keep it, it's not an attack, it's not a whatever, it's not aggressive, it's just us, it's friends talking about what's going on. So I just want to go into it a little bit because I think what's happening is so fucking bonkers, and I think the biggest part of all of it is being totally missed. And so I just want to talk about it with you. Usually we don't try to like make our episodes chronologically tied to things. So let's not make this the whole episode, but this is fucking
I mean, this is history happening. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And drink about it at the same time.
Drink about it.
Yeah. All day.
Yeah. And you know, being near DC, like, are you seeing crazy things? Are you, like, is the fucking army in your neighborhood, or?
Yeah, I've been seeing crazy things for the last 4 or 5 years, but no. The last week or two has been insane. And like, I've got a friend that lives in DC. Actually, I don't know if she still listens to this podcast, but she certainly did in the beginning. And she lives in DC, and she'd be sending photos of like the tanks and the military people coming down the street because it's just right there in front of her apartment, which is just, I mean, consider that like no front yard. It's just like out the window and down. Like that's where it is. And it's just, and before that, she was seeing all these people like in flag capes and like back at the day when the riots were happening, like just all these people like conglomerating, like heading down toward the Capitol and stuff. And it's like, this is a moment in time. I mean, like, this is a really, really crazy moment in time that we have to learn a lot of lessons from. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anything personally because I'm in a suburb in Virginia. So like people keep their crazy inside a lot of the time. Not inside themselves. I just mean like inside their houses.
In the smoke-filled rooms.
That's right. That's right. You know, occasionally, you know, we'll see somebody's lawn sign that they're still holding strong on. But for the most part, like, no. Like, for the most part, either people are shutting up and, like, dealing with how this administration is going to change, or they are on board with it. So it's DC. That's crazy town. And I'll tell you, I work in DC, and we have been instructed that we are not to go into DC tomorrow, which is Tuesday, or is tomorrow Tuesday? Yeah. Or Wednesday, inauguration day. This is the time that we're filming this. Obviously, we'll record. You know, we'll drop this later. This will already have happened, but so we're not supposed to even go in. They're like, if you have critical business, we can talk about like permission to come in, but otherwise, just stay safe and don't come in because it's just not worth it. Not that we're close, like our site isn't close, but people drive in from all directions and stuff,
Oh,
and you just
yeah.
don't want to put yourself in harm's way because we don't know how this is going to go. And no inauguration has ever been like this, where there's just this looming fear
Yeah.
of what's to come. So yeah, how is it over in Texas?
Well,
I feel like it's very liberal. I think they're very happy. They're happy.
y'all them people in DC think their shit don't smell. That's what it is. We got to get up there and show them who's boss.
That's right.
It's been quite a ride.
I have to imagine, Kendall. I have to imagine, because I lived there, as we've discussed before,
yeah.
and as you obviously know. Just tell me, lay the land for me and tell me how crazy it is there right now.
Well, I've made a habit of not making conservative friends, and I, honestly, I think it's like the last two in my life, and like, timing and the universe being funky. On January 6th, I had plans to see them, and before all of that.
These two are conservative,
Right.
Is what you're saying?
Right.
Okay, got
These
it.
are my
Like you're
last
remaining
two
the last two
Republican.
standing.
Right.
Yeah, got it.
And I love them. I adore them. We don't talk about politics, even though it's
That's right. There's ideology differences there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
To put it mildly.
To put it very mildly. And
they're wrong and I'm right, and that's what it is, and I'm still their
it's
friend.
math, really. It's just 2 plus 2. That's it. Yeah, and so that was just bizarre and
Sure. Good for you, though. I mean, like, keeping those relationships, and even though it's got to be really hard right now, it will get easier, but now it's going to be just like...
Yeah, totally. And like, like, it's a good practice and just like patience and like, okay,
yeah.
I don't, like, this is nuts, and I don't have to say anything. It can just be nuts and floating. You can leave it floating, and that's fine. Leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it, Caitlin. You always say that.
Yeah, that's right. Leave it.
Yeah. With COVID, I mean, there's not a lot of, you don't see people a ton, and so not so many chances to talk about it in, like, bar setting and stuff. But I've been watching the news, and the news is just missing this thing, and I want to talk about this thing just very briefly.
I don't care. This is our fucking podcast. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, say that. Ow.
Yeah, let's do it. This is our warm-up. Welcome.
Yes, please come back. Stick around. We're going to talk about hacks in a minute. Okay, so on what happened at the Capitol, and I know, like, we all know, I think, I can't imagine that people aren't staying caught up. I think that everybody's kind of at about the same level of, like, every day it's like, Jesus, this is worse than we thought it was.
Oh, yeah. Right.
How in the fuck could this happen? And then there's the impeachment, and then now there's inauguration coming up, which, right, whenever we drop this will be about 3 days behind us, which, like, that seems like a lifetime.
Makes me tired already. I'm gonna sleep all day.
Right. Like, do we have to go to work? Is this a national holiday? Actually, everybody go to work. Well, not if you're in DC, but, like, be preoccupied. So this is the weird thing that's happened. Donald Trump's approval rating was immortal. Like, it was untouchable. You remember that?
Yeah,
it was like 42, 42, 42, 42. You could say the craziest shit. 42. Okay, so now, finally, his approval numbers are dropping. So he's at 34% at his last ever Gallup poll.
Because people are seeing how fucking crazy the rabbit hole goes. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I hope so. That brings his average throughout the 4 years to 41%, which is the lowest ever, so long as Gallup has been keeping track of. So we can comfortably, officially say the least popular president, least liked, least whatever, ever. Love that. Check. Great.
Love that. Check. Zing. Move on.
Yeah, let's please move on. What is coming? And with Trump throwing himself this, like, exit party and not attending the inauguration, this is the thing that I'm like, okay, like, Joe Biden came out himself and said, like, it's best that he doesn't come. that's so opposite. It's so critical, and like I understand it, I get it. You know, I've been talking about it with a couple people about like keeping Joe Biden safe. Do we have to do it outside? Do we have to even have the thing? Thank God the public's not coming, but still it seems dangerous and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But there's this thing that we all just kind of think about. It's the transfer of power, the peaceful transfer of power. And like I'm raging on the inside because I'm like, this is the entire gig. This is it right here.
That's our country, yeah.
That's
That's
it.
what it is, to the root, yeah.
And like, it gets cutesy. I don't want to fuck this up, so I'm going to read this. But, because I don't want to miss a point. So this will be a little off kilter, but it literally called peaceful transfer of power. It's a literal transaction of power, and both parties have to be present. One must pass on to the next peacefully. That's it. The most fragile part of keeping our democracy working is specifically this one thing. And it is this thing that's the hardest thing in the world to come by. It's this thing, not democracy. It's this thing that governments envy. It's literally this thing that has caused so much destruction and civil unrest. Voting is a big, huge, and ultimate part of our democracy, yes. But this is it at its purest.
Yeah.
You have to transfer the power. Him not being there, I guess technically we're going to figure out a way to get through it. Like the military command and the keys to the White House and all of that, I'm sure they're not like hanging in the air. I'm sure there's plans where the Trump administration has even fucking allowed them to make those plans. But this is the one thing that ensures that when we vote, we do so for the purpose of electing civil servants to stand in our place and represent us. Democracy voting is huge. This is the heart of it. And with him just being like, I'm not going to go, it's so terribly destructive to the process. If this opens gates for people in the future to just be like, I'm going to throw a pity party for myself and we just do this from now on. Mm-hmm. That's not, and like I don't even know what that looks like, so I'm having a hard time putting words to it, but I don't think I'm over exaggerating how fragile this thing is. Yeah.
No, I think you said that really, really well. And I think back always historically speaking, like monarchies, even like, and I'm making this up, but like even Vikings and stuff, even tribes, like clans would eventually bow down to the one that won, because it's not even about, I think that's where the problem is it's always been about Trump for Trump, and it's never been about the United States. Like I think I said this to Greg the other day, our legislation has put like a lot of assumptions, so a lot of stuff wasn't written and articulated because like we were dealing with sane people that would get to this step, like to get to this point in our democracy, right? Like to be able to run for president, to be able to hold office, whatever. But there's a lot of assumptions that people are going to behave. And what our lesson here is like, just like you got to put the fucking warning on a lawnmower that says, don't put your face in the bottom of the lawnmower. We're going to have to do that in our government to make sure that we protect it. Because I think you're right. Like, again, I think he makes it about himself. It's never been about the United States for a moment. It's only about his power and his influence. But then he is going to do it to the bitter end. And the risk there, because like, I don't care. Go cry in the corner. Go punch a wall. I don't care. But where the risk comes, which I'm going to say it, is that all of his Klansmen, right? And I don't mean Klansmen with a K, sorry. But I mean, as in clan as well. I mean, they're included. Yeah, they're in the file. Fuck. Welcome to amateur elections. Yeah, I think, like, all of their group, like, as I say, Viking, a clan, like, and the leader of the clan concedes the other if they win. Like, that's where we get dangerous, is, like, he refuses, and then you've got rebellion, and you've got revolution, and you've got concerns of that topic. Yeah. Oh, and that's what scares me. Is not that he's going to actually like take a bite of humble pie, because I know he never would, and I don't lose a wink of sleep about like having a narcissist like not learn how to not be a narcissist. But it's dangerous because his followers can take that into specific meaning and do things then on his behalf that they feel empowered to do.
Which is exactly what they've just done. That's exactly
So,
what January the 6th was.
fact. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's just this, it sets up the perfect thing. It's the same. It's exactly why I got banned from Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Like, is it very vague in its assertion? Sure. Like, is it hard to be like, this is this, and we're taking action because this is this? Yeah, I guess so. But by not showing up to the transfer of power, there's about 74 million people in the United States going to be like, Joe Biden is not a legitimate president. The QAnon theories then run rampant, and then we're still looking at this incitement of violence, this incitement of sedition and overturning what these people, which is so sad, actually believe to be true. It's bizarre.
Yeah. How would you advise then? I don't mean to interrupt you, and please finish your thought. I'm sorry to interrupt. Like, this is such a like not fair question, so I'm sorry. I just want to see what you have to say about it. Is all I'm curious. How would you? How does how no? How do you get him there? I mean, like, what would at this point in time, without going back in the time machine,
Right.
what would get him there? What would get him there to make this happen? You know?
I don't know if there is a thing.
I don't think so either. I mean, unless you if somebody was like, "Just kidding, you won the presidency. Come on, let's go."
Speech.
And then you get to the party, and it's like actually like a Carrie show, and we pour pig blood on him, and it's different.
Which I would love to attend that party.
Just kidding. You thought this was for you?
This is the tarring and feathering sweets.
That's so fucked up.
Have a seat.
Oh my god. Anyway.
I think that the only thing that we can do, legitimately, and I don't pose this sarcastically, even though I'm a very sarcastic person, I think the only way that we can ensure this, that you don't have a president that would act this way again, is just not elect one. I think that it literally becomes up to us. I don't, like, there's so many laws that you can make that, like, you have to go to this, you have to be there, you have to. But, like, he's the fucking president. Regardless of who he, she, they are, they could just decide, well, no, I'm the president, fuck you. And we just have to elect decent, good people that honor this utmost. And I think that it's just a shame that in everything that I'm watching, they're like, well, yeah, the transfer of power is important, and And I'm like, no. Talk about that for 45 minutes. Like, that is the whole fucking point. Without that,
it's the heart and the bloodstream and the blood pumping and the circulatory system of this nation.
Right. Russians vote. North Koreans vote. There are 289 dictatorships from 1998 to 2008 where they allowed their people to vote. The voting is not the thing. It's not. It's important.
Of course.
It's a big part. The thing is, once you lost, sit your ass down. Give the power to where the power is gone.
You know what you just made me think of, too, is the silver lining here is what you just said, the activism and awareness of this coming generation is unlike any other before. Like, they are activated and they understand the power of the vote. Like, think about, remember how pandering, I mean, they had to get in our time my time, a little bit more than your time. Fuck. Anyway, sorry. We're the same age,
We're the same,
okay?
We're both 13.
But like Rock the Vote and like MTV.
All right.
And like they were trying to make it cool to vote. And like, guys, like this is so important. And like teenagers were like, what? And like it just didn't. Who's that? Like, like we don't care. Connect. People couldn't name our vice president. Like that was like typical stuff. I think now we've changed the perspective of people who are millennials, people who are now Gen Zers, like into the idea that like, oh, my vote is actually really, really powerful and really important, and I need to make sure that I do this as a lifelong commitment. Now, will some people drop off? Will some people still continue not to vote? Of course, but I think the majority of people as a culture shift have changed, and they're going to look at this very differently, which supports your perspective that like, voting is so important, and we have to make sure we have the peaceful transfer of power, but we have to elect the right people. Well, there you go. Maybe we have the keys to the castle here. We just have to make sure that people don't lose that, because it's just like with World War II and all that stuff. they all remembered what sacrifice was like until the next generation came around, and then they were like, more, I want more stuff, I don't give a shit, I forget. So you gotta work that out too, because this is all raw now, and we're gonna have a good, I mean, that's how Biden won, is like all the people who were like, I don't really vote, I don't really know, like it doesn't really matter, they were like, oh no, I'll fucking be there, gun to my head, like I will be there, feet walking through fire, I will be there to
mail
vote.
in early.
But hopefully they don't forget, because this is a really hard time for the people who are living it, but there are going to be people who will forget pretty fucking quick.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be there again.
Oh, yeah.
Not there, hopefully ever. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Not the... yeah, please, for the love of God, I can't take it.
I can't take it either. I'm telling you, I will check myself into a nursing home early.
I'm retired.
They'll be like, you're 40. Like, what are you doing? And I'll be like, I'm done. I'm done. I'll see you at dinner. I'm going to go play bridge with some people, and that is the rest of my life. Thank you.
I'm moving into a bus. Like, you know, like... and it's over. It's over. There was a point there where it was like, okay, if he wins again, does the bus float? Like, can I get the bus under the... Which, I mean, where do you go? I don't even know.
Which, by the way, Kendall really is moving into a bus. Like, that wasn't a joke. He actually is to move into a schoolie and live in a renovated bus and travel around the United States. Because he is over it.
Over it. Yeah,
and because it's just going to be amazing.
Me and the Rocks are going to go spend some time together. And we got a lot of shit to work out between the two of us.
They better be Democratic or not.
I'm going to Arizona and kissing them. Thank you so much. Yeah, that is true. In a couple weeks, end of February-ish, hopefully, if everything goes the way that I think it's going to go, I'll be setting sail then. So, I think
we'll be taking this show on the road.
That's right.
You
road
will be.
Show.
For my visual, you will have this beautiful white brick wall.
And it is stunning.
Thank you.
I love it.
For yours, it's going to be whatever the state and city and location gives you.
A fucking Love's drug stop.
Yeah, you need to find some random places like that are really, really weird visuals. And then like just host the episode right there and we'll be like, this is amazing.
I'm in the middle of a Waffle House. It's 3 a.m. Who's ready to shoot?
Yes, please. I would love that. Thank you.
That would be a blast.
Be safe. I mean, do all that.
Yeah,
too,
that was
but
like
also do it for funny.
Yeah. All this like shit set up, that would be a lot. Okay. It's the power. It's the transfer of power. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, that's a wrap on that. Onward, upward, shots. I'm gonna take a big one here. Mm-hmm.
Me too. I was just doing it too. So.
That is disgusting. That is fucking disgusting.
I didn't have that. I'm sorry. That was the drink of the episode, but I had what was left of my wine, which was probably like 4 ounces, which is like a sip. And then now I have a beer, which is the perfect drink for a podcast because it makes you very gassy and want to burp. So you're welcome.
I love that. I didn't know that about you.
What?
I didn't know you were a beer girl.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's fine. I like beer. I like red, ambers and things. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll drink whatever, but there's really not a beer that I, like, genuinely don't like. But it's just a lot, and it's very filling, you know? Uh-huh. I like the more concentrated stuff that's not carbonated.
Yeah. Now that you can see me, not you, but the viewers, this is about, there's about 4 pounds of Miller Lite right there. Just right there.
We just keep it in our cheeks just in case we need it later.
Supple.
Yes. Yeah, I would have had wine. I mean, like, this would have been wine, but I ran out. And I'm not at that level yet where I'm going to call Instacart and have them, or, like, Instacart. Text Instacart and have them bring it to me. We're not there yet. Soon,
that's about
but not
25
yet.
minutes. Yeah. Got it.
My husband Greg's like, don't order groceries. Like, that's the one thing we don't have to pay money on. Like, it's a quarter of a mile down the street. I'm like, you don't tell me. Like, I don't want to go. Are you gonna go? He's like, I'll go to the grocery store. I'm like, no, I will be. Send. I already ordered it.
It's already coming. It's already on its way.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming to the door. And by the way, we don't have to answer the door because they're going to leave it at the door. And we don't have to deal with people either. So.
Some of this shit we already had figured out, but it took this thing, like, pushing us over the edge, like the QR code things, which are hideous. We gotta, like, make them prettier. But, like, there's some shit that, like, I'm like, oh, yeah, let's keep that, let's do that. Love that. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for hacks. There won't be a sound effect there.
I love it. No, that's something. Oh, we're so blessed. We have a visual now, so this is gonna be so much better. I love
it. Okay. The definition of hacks, which is actually hard to come by because, Miriam, she has like 4 other definitions. I'm like, that's not the one I'm talking about. Like a blow or like hacking down trees or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is according to Wikipedia.
Hack sounds like a computer game.
Yeah,
like I'm hacking
like
the
a
system.
hacking.
I'm breaking in and changing.
Like the Russians hacked.
the
Pentagon
exactly.
2 weeks ago.
Oh fuck! Yeah, exactly.
So, a life hack or life hacking is any trick, shortcut, skill, or novelty method that increases productivity and efficiency in all walks of life. The term was primarily used by computer experts who suffer from information overload or those with a playful curiosity in the ways they can accelerate their workflow in ways other than programming.
Oh my god.
A brief
this brings
history.
me so much joy.
I know it like actually came from like computer experts information overload. I was like computer non-expert but yes to the information overload. Yes.
This is such a treat. I'm so excited for what you're going to tell me because I'm not kidding. This thing, the process of life hacks, gives me so much fucking Marie Kondo joy. It sparks joy.
Yes.
And it doesn't even matter if it saves time or whatever. Just the idea that I've like outsmarted the system.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm going to probably end up taking like 15 of these things from you and like using them in my life.
Well, we'll see. I have about 15. But I went through a list of probably like a compiled list at like 500. And like I knew most of them. So
Only? Okay.
But it's like the ones right? Like it's like the like put the strainer in the pot and then put it in the sink. Right? Like that kind of thing. Like everybody knows that. Like
park a little farther away from or maybe that's one you have.
Yeah.
But like park farther away so you get more steps in.
Right.
Like, from the grocery store or whatever.
No.
If you're not Instacarting, like me.
Right. Move your house so that you right. Yeah. I think we'll see. I'm gonna get your reaction for each one. We'll go into a little bit each one.
And then will you tell me if you do any of these? Like as
you
go through them, like tell me if you've done or do any of them.
Yes.
Or will do. Okay.
Yes. So this is a brief history. Very brief, like 2 sentences. The original definition of the term hack is to, quote, cut with rough or heavy blows. In the modern vernacular, it has been used to describe an inelegant, I love that, an inelegant, but effective, that's fucking me, solution to a specific computing problem, such as quick and dry shell scripts and other command line utilities that filtered, munged, and processed data streams like email and RSS feeds. So like the example that they give here is like filtering email was like one of the first like hacks.
Wow.
Right. Which email's not even that fucking old, which is berserk to me.
I'm older than email.
Is it, wait, like 2000?
Oh.
No, like 19...
It was in the 90s.
90s.
You've Got Mail. Tom Hanks movie.
Oh, yes.
Meg Ryan, right? That was before 2000. You've Got Mail.
And that
was
was like
AOL.
Yes. It was AOL, and it was like dial up.
Yep.
My grandmother had that. And her password that's still her password. I'm so glad I didn't say it just now.
It's still her password.
It's still her password.
And also she lives at...
Right.
Just kidding.
It's not a very good one. It's a weak one, but that's fine. I'm not going to tell it. We're good.
It's Kendall. It's Kendall.
Right.
I love Kendall.
Kendall is a bitch. It's a complete bitch. Popularization. The term life hack was coined in, get this, 2004 during the O'Reilly Emerging Technology Conference in San Diego, California, by tech journalist Danny O'Brien, describing the, quote, embarrassing scripts and shortcuts productive IT professionals used to get their work done. Then somebody else in 2005 kind of co-opted it, running a conference called Life Hacks Live. And then the American Dialect Society voted life hack, one word, as the runner-up for, this is crazy, most useful word of 2005 behind the word podcast. Yeah.
Really?
Isn't that strange to think?
Oh, that is strange. I remember when podcasts first came out because everybody was like,
what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is this? Like,
Right.
I could just watch this on television. What is this? Or like, I could listen to it on the radio. Why is it a podcast? Why do I have to go online to listen to a radio show? I mean, like, that was honestly like the thought process behind that. I was like, what is this?
I shit you not. I felt that way about podcasts up until about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like,
people convinced me too. It was about, actually, 3 years ago, I was living with, like, near you. Like, we were living and loving together. Like, living and working and whatever together. But I feel like people convinced me. Like,
yes.
I had a few friends. Like, there's one friend from where we worked that live.
You caught it, girl.
Visuals.
You caught it.
Anyway, where we worked at one time together, that she kept saying, podcast. Like I do nothing but listen to podcasts. They're so good. You're like me. You need to listen to these. And I was like,
yeah.
I can't. Like that. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't even know the streaming services because remember, Spotify didn't have podcasts.
Yes.
So it wasn't so easy. Like it was like you had to go to the like website or whatever to find it. Like there weren't host sites that were super available. And if they were podcast host sites and you're like, I don't know what the fuck that is. But anyway, that was more than 3 years ago. I'm going to stop barking. But anyway.
Was it?
Yes, I'm on the same page with you. Like I didn't find the Valiant podcast. And then the first podcast I ever listened to was Serial. Did you ever, what was your first podcast?
I think see, someone's going to fact check me and read me for this. I think that I did Serial and S-Town at the same time, but maybe S-Town came out after.
Oh, S-Town.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. S-Town. Yes. Yeah, same. Okay. So sorry. We're living the same life. It's fine. Yeah.
Which was, I mean, legit. I think I remember I was talking about it at work. Like, I think we talked about S-Town. Like, I think that was about.
Yeah. Well, I think you told me to listen to S-Town. I'm pretty sure you were the person that told me to listen to S-Town. And I'm like, okay, like I will. Like it's on the list. If you say it, I will. But I dicked around for a long time. And then I eventually listened to it and I was like, revolutionary. This is amazing. It was so good.
Still to this day get in fights with my friend over whether or not that was like actors or it was real. And I think it was real.
I think it was real.
Yeah. My friend is like convinced that, and she's a nasty bitch, but I love her. And she's so great. She's so smart and talented and wonderful. And she's like, no, for sure. Actors, for sure.
I think it was run by NPR. Like, NPR doesn't do that.
Right. This isn't Fox News, bitch. Like, this is real.
Sting. Feel that sting. Feel that bee sting. Kendall's a wasp. Anyway. Yeah.
I am. That's my dream. Just to be a wasp.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're the same person. Like, honestly, that was my first, like, hand, too. Like, left and right. Like, that was my first experience in podcasts, too. And then I got hooked, and I was like, this is never going to be the same. I have to listen to podcasts all the time.
Yeah, well, and then it's like, oh, I totally get why people listen to, like, talk radio all the time. Because, like, I'm doing the same thing just in my own way, and I can segment it. I can customize my talk radio experience because I'll listen to this podcast, and then this podcast, and then this one, so...
Exactly. Oh my God. Anyway, sorry. Number 1 word was podcast. Number 2 word was life hack. 1 word.
Well, yes. Wait. Yes, you're right. Yes. Runner up for most useful behind. That's right. Come on, paying attention to the details.
Quiz me, honey.
Honey. She had it. Okay, this is, you can't see this because I don't know why I thought. So this is the first hack. And stop doing that. My GoPro is pissing me the fuck off.
It's your ghosts. I told you already. You have ghosts in your apartment.
I guess so. We're gonna just reset. Okay, there we go.
That's okay. Can you hear Air Force One flying over my house right now?
Is that it?
I mean, no. I don't know what it is. But it's a very loud fucking plane flying very low.
Ew.
We get that a lot.
Do you
like,
really?
usually it's like military planes or whatever. But
Ew.
ain't no thing. It's just,
It's just,
a Chinook.
Yeah.
Like, helicopter.
We get those too.
Yeah.
You're near. Well, you're probably near a couple bases.
We're near a bunch of stuff. We're near Langley. We're near DC proper. We're near, like, fucking Annapolis. I mean, not that close, but Annapolis is, like, the Navy stuff, but they've got, like, aircraft, too. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not important.
Annapolis is, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maryland.
Yeah.
It's like the Navy place.
Right. And they got more planes than the goddamn Air Force. How does that work? Who cares? Fuck that. Okay, the first hack. I don't know why. Did y'all see that? I just did that because I thought my glasses were on and they're not. The first hack. Yes. Fucking stupid. You can't see it. And there's not. Oh, this is why I did this. Because I was on one of those stupid lists of like 100. And it's like, they're like meme-ified. So it's like the text, the meme text over the photo. It's like, put a rubber band on a paint bucket and go fuck yourself. This one doesn't have anything. There's no copy on it. That's why I screenshotted it. There's no copy on it. It's just a picture of the toilet seat. That the toilet bowl, like the seat that you lower, isn't connected like they usually are. Like that, It's like that. It would raise like that.
Okay.
So they put 2 socks on both. To keep
your butt clean?
Warm.
Isn't
that fucking disgusting? I don't think that's a hack.
I mean, the odds of it's a porous material. The odds of splashback and stuff, I'm just saying.
Shitting on your sock. The odds of you shitting on your socks. Very high.
I mean, okay. Like, I would prefer more of a, like, sanitized, kind of clean slate kind of situation. But, listen, to each their own.
How cold is it? How cold can the toilet bowl be?
It's never, like, outside. We don't live in the world that it's an outhouse anymore, where we have to go outside.
I'm about to, though. So maybe I'm going to eat my words.
Oh my God, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a bathroom on your bus. Of course you don't. Oh, that is going to be a journey of learning.
You guys want to see that? Let's take a GoPro.
I'm super excited.
Mm-hmm.
Will you tell me, like, what hacks you come up with bathroom? Because, like, obviously you've got, like, bottles and stuff if you have to in a pinch, because you're a boy and that's easy. That is not what girls do. We can't. It would get everywhere.
Yeah. Is that you? Is that me? Now there's a plane flying over mine. I thought it was yours.
It's the same plane.
Yeah, that was fast. That was really fast.
I didn't even hear it.
It's Trump going to Mexico. Good riddance. This is a good hack for you.
Okay.
And you might know this. I wouldn't be surprised if you know this. And you're probably like too good for this because like.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Use frozen grapes to keep wine cold.
What? I have never done that in my life, and how have I not thought of that before? It is grape-based.
Right.
Brilliant.
Like the whiskey stones that we always talk about. The stones that you put in there. I was like, maybe not the same kind of grape, It might be a little... Yeah. But, I mean, we'll drink that fast enough,
I mean, I was just going to say, like, it might not get warm by the time that I drink it. But hypothetically, if I'm in a social situation where I'm being judged by how quickly I'm pounding the wine, I might want to keep it cold because, there's people here. Listen, that's a good hack. I'm gonna try it. If for no other reason than they're gonna look at me and go, "Why do you have grapes in your wine?" I'll be like, "Cause to keep it cold, because it takes so long for me to finish a glass."
I just never drink.
You don't know me at all. But, like, listen, that's not a bad idea at all. And then you don't eat the grapes, right? Like, would you eat the grapes after? Because, like, like an olive and a martini.
I wouldn't
think so. I think it'd be all destroyed.
Yeah. Like, in the same way that you're not supposed to put tomatoes in the fridge because it changes their, like, chemical stuff. Mm-hmm. Which, I fucking love tomatoes. And people do that and I, like, lose it because I'm like, you're ruining God's favorite. Well.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take that one, and I'm going to definitely do it. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
And also, like,
Cutesy.
it also sounds, like, cute.
Yes,
yeah, like, if
spring.
you're hosting a party, I always love little, like, fun favors and things. That's it. Like, a tray of that. And, like, you got white wine with green grapes or whatever, white grapes. And you've got the red wine with the
dark.
The purple grapes or whatever they are. Yes.
Which is perfect because, like, you know, like, the weird, like, reds are not supposed to be so cold, but they're supposed to be, like, a little. There's, like, above
a little bit. So
temperature.
use the refrigerated grapes for the red wine and the frozen grapes for the white wine. And then for, like, the rosés, people can fuck off because rosés are gross.
Patent. We called it. Fuck y'all. Well,
That's
we
right.
can share it.
We have a patent on it, so you can't do it. It's a dibs game. If we shout patent,
then it's ours.
Nobody can take it.
Tesla. Patent. Done. Great. Okay. If this is, I found this one toward the end of my search, and I do this one, but I was like, I don't know that most people know that. If you can't find a charging block for your, you know, like the little white part, or if you got
always a problem. Yes.
Yeah. If you can't find that, TVs usually have USBs in the back, and you can charge your phone to them.
Stop blowing my mind.
I think
I
do that one.
If I don't have it, I put it in my laptop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've never thought to put it in a television before.
Yeah. They're like,
have you done it before, you said?
Oh yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, they were like this comes in particularly handy in, like, hotels and stuff. And I'm like, hotels have, like, the fucking outlets with the USBs in them now. But I guess at one time.
Where the fuck have I been? This is brilliant. Also, I'd be afraid in a hotel that they're stealing my information. Not that I have anything to steal, but I don't know.
So interesting.
You can't have my data, okay? On my phone.
I handed it to TikTok. Just ask them. They can have it.
Yeah, meanwhile, I binge on TikTok while they're downloading my data. They probably have it 2 times over because all the fucking hours I spent on TikTok. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Here you go, China. Here you go. Enjoy.
This one's kind of gross, and I don't like this one. That's why I included it. Oh, hold on. My drink is clanking in my mic. That's better.
What did you put in your White Claw? Like, what is it?
Cheap vodka. Just really the bottom of the barrel. It's called Benchmark. Okay. Nope, that's the whiskey I get, which also bottom of the barrel. That's called Hidden Stock. It's $9.99 for 750 milliliters. So this is really shitty vodka.
I mean, that was a bold move because White Claw is flavorful, but it's not like that flavorful. So it definitely changes the experience, I think. But good on you.
Yeah. I'm trying to live that college life again, and it's not fucking working.
Me too. Let's just binge drink and pretend that it's okay.
Right. It's not going to kill me. I'm fine. I can't. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Okay. See how you feel about this. I think there is a loophole that you can make this work, but let's see. Pillowcases for fan blades. Stretch the entire case over the blade and wipe the dust inside as you pull it back. This will prevent particles from raining down on you the next time you tackle this chore. Okay.
I like the idea that it's all encased.
Same.
I would never use that pillow for my face.
Right.
And Greg has really bad allergies, and dust, I think, is one of them. Like, that's how I would kill my husband in a true crime. So that if any true crime podcast ever wants me, that'll be how I do it.
That's the sardine oil on the boot from Joe.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. What? I don't know what you mean. It's just dust. I don't know. Like, there's dust particles from 8 years worth of dust on this pillowcase. Yeah, I've heard of it. I like it in theory, but, like, I'd buy, like, a different color or something, and those would be my cleaning pillowcases. Exactly. Yeah? That's the only way I can make it work.
Exactly. I have a, this is an ad. Welcome our new sponsor, Shark. I have a really fabulous, you have a ultra fabulous vacuum. But
yes,
I got the one that.
Yes, I do.
It's got like this like thing that will reach up there and do it, and I love that because my dog.
Okay, I don't have that. I don't have that little doodad that'll do it for me. But it does creep me out, like the dust accumulation up there, because I do have this like vision as I'm sleeping that it's just spinning and like snowing down on me gracefully.
Love
And
that.
then I'm inhaling it and dying. Or Greg. Greg first, then me.
It's just like having a gas leak. It's the same thing. Why aren't we talking about this?
It's just gross anyway. I mean, just the whole concept of it is gross, but whatever.
Okay, this one's cute. And I think I'll use this one going in the future. Because I don't do this, I do the opposite. This is use meat as an accent. So even though it's easy to meal plan around a specific protein, when meat takes on a supporting role, like in pasta, fagioli, what did you call me? And sausage soup, you'll save major money. I never think of it that way.
Yeah, the protein's always the leader of the pack, right?
Right. Tuscan chicken.
Yeah, okay.
Steak and green beans. Salmon and rice.
That's it.
That's it.
We covered all of them. No, I think that's smart. I mean, think about sushi too. Sushi's like that, right? I mean, proportionally, like, there's a tiny bit of meat and there's a lot of other stuff.
The rice and the cucumbers and the cream cheese.
Well, I guess that's not a good example because that's like a whole medley of things that you need. But yeah, okay. I mean, I'm down for like. My problem, though, I love vegetables. I do eat vegetables every single day. I love them, love them, love them. But I need my protein. Like in the morning, I'm not interested in pancakes. I'm not interested in toast. Like, cut all that shit off the counter. I want eggs. Turkey. I want meat. I want that meat. But I am drawn to the protein of stuff. So it's definitely going to make me live longer if I were to do this life hack because it is healthier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And just like kind of like, have a rice bowl with this instead of go make a meat and then add a side of rice. If I can.
Yeah, you're right.
If I can think of it that way, which on the bus I've committed to, I say that. I have commitment issues, but I've committed to the Mediterranean diet because it's like the 10th year in a row that it's rated as the best diet. And it's just like...
It's delicious, too. You know how much I could eat olive oil a day? Like, my weight in olive oil a day.
Back when I was working out, when we were building
Back when I was working out before the world was upside down and I cared about anything.
Long before that. I didn't do it because I got gnarled out by it, but I heard take a shot of olive oil. Take like an ounce shot of olive oil because...
Before the workout?
Before, as a pre-workout. Because pre-workout, I have a high resting heart rate. And so if I took the pre-workout, my heart rate went above 212 one time when I was like walking on the treadmill. Wow. And so they were like, do olive oil because you'll get all of that like fatty calorie, but then you'll burn it in the workout. But that's like literally 4,000%. You know, like a whole shot of it's like, ugh.
I mean, well, and also for a woman, like, no, that's ignorant. For anybody trying to lose weight, like, if I take a shot and it burns that off, like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Right, if I'm just adding.
I want my hips gone. I don't want the olive oil in my bloodstream gone. I want to be able to eat the olive oil later and sit in it.
Exactly. I'm not doing this for fun. What the fuck?
No. My arms are toned. I did this for 12 minutes. How am I not done? Yeah. I said that to Greg when I started exercising again. I said, okay, I think I even walked for like 45 minutes. And I was like, I think that's it. I think I should be thin now. I think that was all I needed to do. So we'll see. Like, let's go to bed and, I'll have a glass of wine.
Let it work its way out. Yeah, this takes time. Let's give it time.
I'm sorry, endurance? I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know what that is.
I love that.
Unless it's enduring another glass of wine.
Right. Amazing. Okay, this is... I've got like... Okay, no, I've got a couple more. This one I love because I live in the most liberal part of Fort Worth, and it's only very slightly left. So, we have a Fairmount page where they're like, there's people that have like indoor cats, outdoor cats, both. And if you poison weeds and the cats get sick or the rats get sick and then the cats get sick, it's like, a big deal. Which... Like, I get. I'm not shitting on anybody here. Except for the people that like put poison in like waterways and stuff. That's pretty fucked up.
Mm.
This is a good hack. I don't have a lawn, but this is a good hack. Kill weeds with boiling water. All you need is tap water that's piping hot, or you can boil it, to kill weeds in the cracks of your sidewalks and on your driveway. Pro tip, add a tablespoon of salt to make it even more effective.
Salt the earth so that she'll never grow again.
That's right.
Okay. I've never heard of that one before.
I haven't either.
That sounds like a good one.
And I love that because like it's always drama when they're like, you poison this and da 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 da, and it's like everybody's picking sides and mad at somebody. But that's brilliant. Just let's not poison
them to death.
Yeah.
Instead of poisoning them.
And don't poison them. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I might try that. I mean, I have a house. I might try it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If you've got...
And then I'll pour it on myself because I'm a fucking idiot.
Right. Somebody get the raid back out. This is bullshit.
I'll try. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Here's one that I actually do, but... Well, not in this context, but I do... my grandfather taught me this a different way. Wash walls from top to bottom. While you might worry that this will leave you with a sloppy mess, don't. The water that runs onto the still dirty surface will leave clean streaks to help you out as you move down the wall. The way that I do this, and it was taught to me like shower from your head first. So like clean your hair and then clean your face and then everything runs down and you can clean with all of that too. And then also like anytime I'm like washing a vehicle or the bus or a car or whatever, start at the top.
Same concept, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you wash your walls? Because I
Oh,
don't.
fuck no.
Okay. Whew, phew. Okay. I have never washed a wall. Even when they're like, wash your wall before you paint. I'm like, yeah, I bought the paint primer and blend. Like, oh, I'm just going to roll over that, like, dead fly. Or, like, the cobweb.
It'll
just
blend
be a
in.
little texture. It'll just be a little texture.
Right. Yeah.
I know. I'm disgusting.
No.
But I just don't.
They're too high.
Want to?
Yeah. No. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do these because you know, like the deposit and all that in an apartment.
Well, I was gonna say if there's a security deposit on the line, and also like the house we just moved into is like from the 70s, so there's like love on some of these like moldings and like doorknob. I mean, I've replaced all the doorknobs now, but like or like around the door where like it grosses me out so much where it's like all of people touching the door to close it, all those oils over decades. Makes me like vomit all over myself. Yeah. It's disgusting. So I will like take a Clorox wipe or whatever and I get all those guys, those little spot treatments. But as far as like, oh, let me just today, what am I going to do today? I think I'll wash the wall. Like that's never happened in my life and it will never happen.
Fuck off. Yeah.
When we move off it or when we move out eventually, it's still going to be like, no, like that's the color it was when we moved in. I don't know.
That's the way it is now. Right. That is, we did that on purpose. Yeah. It's an ombre wall. Mm-hmm.
That's right. All the decay is toward the top of the wall because I couldn't reach it and I don't care.
And I just don't fucking care. Mm-hmm.
Proud of that. Glad I'm sharing that with the world.
Find me somebody that, and you know, like we're gonna get like 10 messages. I do. What the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah, who actually is like an avid like cleaner of things? You know, I did paint the you know, I have. So remember, I was in a closet. I'm still in a closet, but I've decked out this closet to be an actual studio because we fancy here. But I did paint because there were scuffs. Same thing. There were scuffs all from the like lifetime of this place living here that people threw bags in or whatever, suitcases or whatever. And so I did paint it again. There, like in the corner, there was a little cobweb, and I was like,
it's just gonna roll right in. Yes.
I don't want to. I don't want to deal with it. I could have at least taken a paper towel to it, but listen,
the paintbrush was already there. You know, it's the same. It's all the same.
And now it's immortalized.
Yeah.
For generations to come.
From dust.
Like the mosquito in amber.
Right.
You know?
The Jurassic Park that I just saw for the first time. Bam. Yes. That's right.
Oh, God. Sorry if I could derailed us.
No. Rail me. Wait. Derail me. Decall. This one I love, and I actually used this morning.
Ooh, okay.
So this one is exfoliation is everything. You don't need fancy creams or devices to keep your skin looking fresh and healthy. Combined, this is a great recipe because, salt, you like salt scrubs and they dry you out. And then they make sugar scrubs that get sticky. Mm-hmm. I like this one because you combine coconut oil and sugar to make a DIY scrub or use a textured washcloth. I'm drunk. To remove dead skin cells. So I did this. I have a little bit of eczema going on for like the first time in my life. Up on my neck. And I did a little bit of that this morning. And like the oil, I'm like, that's ultra moisturizing. I can feel that. And the sugar is like dissolving in the shower too. So
yeah,
that was really lovely.
It's different in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like don't do it in bed. Or maybe. Whatever.
Depends on how you want your night to be, I guess.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
Anyway.
I was lathering up some potatoes the other day for a baked potato, and I had olive oil and salt. And usually I do them separately, and like I just kind of like sprinkled salt on it. And this recipe was like fucking put salt on it. So I like did it, and then I was washing my hands, and I was like, whoa, like not even trying. Mm-hmm. They were like totally way softer.
Yeah.
So that's
a good one. I've tried that with my lips before, like because I get really chapped lips. I've done honey and sugar on my lips.
Yes, God.
And it is sticky. It is sticky, whatever. But you just keep it on there, and then you just like, you like rage all your anger into it, and then and then it's like squeaky clean and soft, and you don't have all those like little skin like like the things that are hanging off, Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've tried something like that before. Sugar's a really good one. I've also heard olive oil as like a lotion on your elbows. Like if you've got really dry elbows, you can put that in. Like don't put it all over your body, but it will even absorb the smell. So like you won't smell like olive oil because your body just sucks it right up.
See, my mother. Oh, we haven't talked about your mom yet. We need to talk about your mom. My mother.
You win. Bingo.
My mother believes wholeheartedly that olive oil is like the most healing of all of them, and like she was very that way when I was growing up. She was like, "Go get you some olive oil and boop, 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 like sunburn stuff." Yeah, it's good stuff. I think she could be right. Mm-hmm. I mean, any kind of oil, really, but
but no, olive oil's good and super like organic and good for you.
Yeah,
coconut oil too, and it smells good.
Oh yeah, coconut oil and coffee. Amazing.
What?
And it keeps the heat in because it like creates a layer.
Oh, as an exfoliant. Oh, duh. I thought you said that.
I mean in coffee. Put it in your hot coffee.
Drink it?
Yes. Makes your lips feel amazing. Yes. Amazing.
Okay, that's crazy.
My mom does that every day too. Mm-hmm. I do that when I remember, which is like once a year. But it is really good.
I put Lactaid in my coffee. So we're both fancy, okay?
Are you lactose intolerant?
So I didn't know or think that I was until I got my 23andMe results back, and they were like, yeah, you're pretty likely to be lactose intolerant.
No shit.
So then I was like, let me think back to the 34 years of my life when I've had milk or ice cream and then had a very unfortunate stomach situation after.
Yeah.
Wow, there could be some like connection there.
And you would never, yeah.
So I might be. I don't actually know. But like I do know when I eat ice cream and stuff, I have to have a glass of water this big in order to like chase it because it's too much. I can't handle ice cream without like a liter of water. So I don't know. Maybe
you might be on that. Mm-hmm.
But I've been having this like fat-free Lactaid because I'm like, this is nice and my tummy doesn't hurt and I can have it for very few calories. So yes, please.
Because that's the thing with like almond milk, right? Those like nut milks are like crazy high calorie, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. They're delicious, especially the sweetened ones. Ugh.
Girl.
But sweetened almond milk is so good, but it's like not worth it for the amount of sugar.
Right.
I just have creamer.
Right. You might as well just
go to Starbucks and get all the sweeteners.
Right. Okay, I've got 3 more, but 2 of them suck. But actually, that's not true. Okay.
Well, read them because like it's good to know. Like, no, this isn't appropriate for my life, or this really, really does work. I mean, it's all about the currency, about how it'll help you in your life.
T. Uh, See, this is I like this one. I do like it. I don't know that I would do it. Rainy days are for cleaning. Even though you might be tempted to curl up on the couch, being stuck inside is the perfect opportunity to be productive. That way, when the sun comes out, you can go outside and enjoy it.
I am the opposite. If the sun is out, as we've established, I want to go inside because I'm the whitest. I told you, I went to the dermatologist and he told me I'm the whitest on his scale. So I don't want to go outside because I'm a vampire and I'll burn.
It hurts.
So
hurts.
If it's a rainy day, I want to go outside and enjoy and remember what it's like to be outdoors.
This is my
And then
one
when
chance.
it's sunny and hot, then I'll stay in the sweet, sweet air conditioning and then I'll clean my house. While the family's at the pool or whatever.
I don't disagree. I don't. Because I like that cozy feeling. I would rather have that. I would rather just have
That's
that.
right.
Than
Hygge is like a Swedish or something, or like Netherlands word that means like cozy, like super cozy, curled up, like rainy day feeling. Well, that's exactly what I want. I don't want to be like tasking myself. On the contrary, I want to listen to the rain and chill out.
Yes.
Open the windows.
Yeah. I think that's a hack for somebody that's like busy. You know, somebody that's like busy on purpose. I don't have time for that.
It feels cooped up. If you feel cooped up in your house, it could be a rainy day. It could literally be 2021, like you're still quarantining or like stuck at home. Clean your house. That is one thing that I am doing for my psychology to stay busy. You know, I told you I decked out this whole podcast nook, but then like my attention, so that ran out because the project finished, right? So then I moved on to like changing all the doorknobs, and then I moved on to, so I just pick a different thing every day.
Yeah.
So that I can just stay busy, because being home all the time is tricky. So you got to find stuff to do. So rainy day is in quotes, because like, what is your rainy day?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be a literal rainy day.
Cats and dogs, right? So true. So true. Okay. I like this one on its face, and now this is another one that I'm like, Buy anything you need for the kitchen, plates, glasses, pans, from a kitchen supply store, like a restaurant supply store. So they're almost always cheaper than big box stores. Plus their stuff is built to last years in a commercial kitchen under constant use. So it sure as hell can go handle your Sunday brunch. Okay, that's aggressive. There are a few online shops, and then one go-to here that Fenway Franks listed was webrestaurantstore.com. But there's one if you've never been to one, I think that you should go, because like I've been to a couple just in working in service industry, and they are like legit. Like they're amazing. Like you can go in and find like crazy cool shit for dirt cheap.
Really?
And
that's good to know.
Yeah. And it is like, it's like commercial grade, some of it, but it, like you can get like a Dutch oven for $15, and like,
oh wow,
you know, that's $200 at Williams Sonoma or what the fuck ever.
I need to replace my pots and pans, so maybe that's going to be where I do it. Mine started red when I got married. They were red KitchenAid, so like super good, and now they're like, I don't even know what you call it, because it's not pink.
Mahogany. Oh, it's gone the other way. They're lighter.
It's like, it looks bleached, like all the detergent, like not laundry detergent, the dish detergent, like in the dishwasher over 10 plus years. Yeah. It's like, like I wouldn't have people over and let them see, and I'm not even bougie, like I just wouldn't have them see what they're gonna be eating out of indirectly, because like they're ugly, they're gross.
They've had their day.
They've had their day. They are no longer pretty. They also have like the Teflon is like all cut up from like cutting into the pan for years and years. So how much have we ingested? Probably a lot. I don't know.
Yes.
Like,
and
it's just time. They need to be put down, put to rest, and we need to get new ones. So I will look into that.
Yes. So I'm having the same issue with, I've got 2 nonsticks, and one of them, well, you're not supposed to use knives. You're not supposed to use metal on nonstick. But that's back when it was like Teflon. Teflon is like crazy. Did you see that shit about DuPont and Teflon? Mm-mm. On Vox? It's like one of the most toxic chemicals on the planet. Now, once they like put it on, it's not, but like one of the things that they put in it to make it to use is like crazy toxic, and it got into the
Chernobyl.
rivers. So like there's like literally like hundreds of millions of people that had cancer because of DuPont making Teflon.
Fuck.
And still do. Yeah, it's I think it was like one of those Vox like explained things.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful
Well,
with
good.
new Teflon, and like I mean new Teflon in the sense of like not 60-year-old Teflon. They changed it to where it's not dangerous like that anymore. But
Wow, thanks, guys.
really appreciate that. Mm-hmm.
Thanks for not killing us.
Yeah,
Aw.
it's like those Boeings, 737s, 777s, or whatever the fuck.
Fuck. Yeah.
Shout out.
Sponsors? Just kidding.
Okay, this is a hack that I do use all the time.
Okay.
I say that. This is the last hack. I think this is a good one to end on. I think it's a good thing that most people probably know, but if you don't, it's a really handy, useful, good trick. If you have trouble making a decision, flip a coin. While you're waiting to get the result, your mind automatically starts to wish for what it wants.
Wow. I didn't know that little psychology bit about it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't use that? You never done that?
Really?
Really?
Listen, I'm the person when Greg and I both go like, what are we having for dinner? What are we having for dinner? I don't know. I'm like, I will fucking pick. I will do it. Just don't complain. And he never complains. And yet I still go, right. Like, don't. He's like, I never have, like, ever. So I don't mind picking because it doesn't matter to me. Like, I think I've gotten over my indecisiveness for the most part. I mean, there's still moments, but more it's like, is this good enough or whatever? But no. But that's interesting. Flip a coin, and your brain will already kind of favor.
Right. When it's in the air, before you know, like 9 times out of 10, you're going to be able to go like, I actually want this. I know that I want this and I'm being stupid. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I do use that for picking food most of the time. Funny you say.
No, that's nice. I mean, it's a good one.
Some like, if like, you know, like, do I like this apartment or that one? Flip a coin. I know I like that one. Let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Should I hang out with my conservative friends tonight?
Yeah, no.
I don't want to. Just kidding.
Exactly.
Yeah. But no, that's good. That's a good one. I mean, it's a good, safe one that anybody could do at any point in their lives. They could be super indecisive or just, this is a big decision. I mean, take the job, don't take the job. Move here, don't, move,
and
don't move,
you're not leaving
whatever.
it up to chance. You're leaving it up to you. It's like, it's what you're not telling yourself so clearly. It'll be clear.
Right, you're getting in your own way. Yeah, yeah. Interesting. That's a good one.
So, that is a hack wrap.
Oh, you know what? You reminded me about anxiety hacks.
Okay.
Because I'm an anxious person, and I've got some hacks if this is helpful.
Yes.
I don't know if it is.
Yes.
So one of them, if you're feeling super anxious or super overwhelmed, you need something tactile. So you need to hold something that has a specific feeling in it. It could be like, those koosh balls or whatever. Or it doesn't have to be a stress ball or whatever. Sometimes even like really soft blanket, like a blanket that you really like, because it takes you out of the forward thinking, because that's what anxiety is you're looking ahead and dreading what's coming. So, or you're feeling anxious about what's been done. So it gets you back in the moment. And then so again, like one time, I was really anxious for like no reason, and we were out on a hike, and there was this really, really soft, like I say soft, it was like very smooth rock. It was like a river rock that I found, and I just picked it up and started kind of playing with it as I was walking, and it made me feel better. Like it was just enough. Like I just needed to like chill, because I was probably thinking about like what is work going to be like tomorrow or whatever. And it just helped a lot. So that's one thing, is just get something. If you're feeling overwhelmed, like even if it doesn't feel like it matters. I mean, that's why people have fidget spinners and stuff. Like that's why they were invented, is the idea of getting you out of the future, getting you out of the past, and getting you back into the present. And your monkey brain can only do so much in one given moment. So if you have something to play with, your brain's like, ooh,
look at that.
What is this?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I was super worried about something. I don't remember because this is shiny. So yeah, I thought that was a good one. And then obviously, like breathing and all this stuff too. But for the most part, that's the big one for me. Like that helps all the time. I even tell my daughter, like if she's feeling really overwhelmed or like really, really cranky, I'm like, here, find something that you want to like just kind of fiddle around with in your hands and like you'll feel better. She's like, yeah, I feel better.
So true.
Yeah,
Distract
that was it.
those
I mean, just that
minds.
one.
That's fabulous. Absolutely right.
It's a life hack.
It is a life
Maybe.
hack. Absolutely. It's better. I was going to say just grab a bottle, and I don't think that that's good advice. But I know
I
it's
mean,
not.
if you're like us, then we all know that that's what we're gonna do.
For me, it's going to be 17 cigarettes in the span of about 35 minutes. And
I remember when you said about like for going home for like the holidays or whatever and talking about politics, and you're like, I will be outside chain smoking. Just like handling my stress. Okay.
chimney.
No politics at the table or whatever, like coming into grandma's house or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, move mountains with the cigarettes that I'm... Shit.
So, okay, this is great. Thank you for this. I learned a lot. I'm going to try to incorporate some of these because, I mean, anything that can make it easier.
It's so
right?
fucking hard
Life's
out here. Yeah.
It's hard.
Just one little thing.
It's hard.
Yeah.
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 Well, thank you.
Yeah.
This was really, really useful. This is our first video. We are learning and growing.
That was
we did
the
it.
wrong hand and upside, whatever.
It doesn't matter. It's backwards to me, so it looks good. But yeah, so we will have this YouTube channel. Subscribe, please. And we're going to continue onward and upward, and we'll be back next week.
Yes, we will. If you have inquiries or topic suggestions, questions, concerns, comments, leave them at amateur. That's EUR, because I fuck that up all the time. EUR, amateur, intellectuals at gmail.com. And we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.